Hello dear viewers, welcome in the group of English Department at National and other University of Bangladesh. Dear viewers, now I want to discuss with you about the Shakespeare's sonnet. First, I want to tell you that my video is based on a post which was posted by our dear sister Rohima Juma. Actually, Shakespeare's sonnet are poems that William Shakespeare wrote on a variety of themes. When discussing, referring to Shakespeare's sonnets, it is almost less a reference of the 154 sonnets that are first published all together in a quarter of 1609. So, viewers, let's see about Shakespeare's sonnet. At first, we will know about background. William Shakespeare first made his mark on the literary club in the competitive theatre business in 1587 in the city of London. He wrote dramatic comedies influenced by the Queen Elizabeth I, followed by the fantastical tragedies, and gained support from King James I. Around the year 1598, there was an enforced absence from the theatre in England, which allowed from Shakespeare to focus more on poetry as opposed to playwright. This is the same time in which Shakespeare wrote his 154 sonnets that are known and ready today. Publishing. Without Shakespeare's permission, reputable publishers Thomas Thorpe published Shakespeare's sonnets. Because of Shakespeare did not later title his sonnets, they are entitled by the order in which they were published. For example, sonnet 130 is the 113th sonnet that appeared in the original publishing. It is unknown if Shakespeare intended for his sonnets to be ordered as they appear in the first publishing, or if the publishers Thorpe organized them into the sequence they are now known in. What is a sonnet? We know a typical sonnet is a poem consisting of 14 lines with some sort of rhyme scheme. Although there are some unconventional sonnets, the three non-sonnet forms include at first Italian or Petrarchan sonnet, and the second Spenserian sonnet, and the third English or Shakespearean sonnet. Italian sonnets are broken into the section based on how the lines rhyme, the first half being known as the octave and the remaining half being known as the sestet. Spenserian sonnets have an identifiable rhyming scheme in the first 12 lines and conclude with a separate rhyming scheme in the final 2 lines. The Shakespearean sonnet. Instead of using other conventional form of sonnet within his time, Shakespeare decided to develop his own form of sonnet, that is what is known as today. Shakespeare's first 12 lines of the sonnet contain 3 alternative rhyming quatrains. To end the sonnet, Shakespeare complete the last 2 lines with a rhyming couplet. The rhyming scheme of a Shakespeare sonnet: AB AB, CD CD, EF EF, GG. Sonnet themes. Shakespeare's sonnet can be broken down into 3 subcategories according to the themes. Since it is not known who organized his sonnet, either Shakespeare grouped his sonnets purposely according to their themes, or the publishers went through them, recognized the themes, and ordered them according to their relevance. Here, sonnet 1 to 17 have a common theme of procreating, and sonnet 1 to 126 are all addressed to young men, and sonnet 127 to 152 share the theme of a dark lady. The procreating sonnet. Shakespeare writes these sonnets in in an attempt to persuade his audience, a young man, to get married and procreate. The young man in the sonnets is selfish, attractive, self-loving man who does not see the benefits of procreating or the reason of have children. In attempt to encourage the young man to procreate, Shakespeare writes that having children will allow for him to multiply his own beauty, which will eventually fade, and as a result, everyone will better from his offspring. Lastly, these sonnets tell the young man that he is depriving women of marriage and motherhood by marrying himself in the hoarding his shades. And the second type, the young man sonnets. With the first 27 sonnets being in reference to procreation, the first 126 sonnets are all addressed to young men. In reference to love, these sonnets notes that as the time goes on, true love truly endures despite of fading or beauty with age. The young men's sonnets also reference death and the fact that will eventually happen to everyone. Therefore, they almost serve as a warning to the young men, in the sense that the young have a hard time realizing this reality. These sonnets also help to ground the young men, being that they reference that some men think too highly of themselves. In the 126th sonnet, Shakespeare leaves the final rhyming couplet blank, which could be the reference to the fact that he is letting the young man go, just as death eventually lets everyone go. And the third type, the Dark Lady sonnets. Shakespeare's final sonnets number 127 to 154 are all in reference to a dark lady. These sonnets depict a dark lady who is green but still admired by Shakespeare. Although she is now what society considered to be beautiful in Shakespeare time, she talks about likable subject matters and it's grounded. The Dark Lady sonnets display a tension between realized love and realistic love within poetry. It is likely that Shakespeare wrote sonnets 127 to 154 as parody towards his other poetic counterparts, and their over dramatic pleasurable imagery used to describe their lovers. It was about the Shakespeare sonnet, dear viewers. We want to tell you more. What are the sonnets telling us? These sonnets, what tales? The procreating sonnets, arguing men to start a family and have numerous children. Both the procreating sonnets and young men sonnets trace the theme of everlasting love despite the eventual fading of beauty. Sonnet 1 to 127 all emphasize that that is reality that cannot be sculpted by anyone. And the Dark Lady sonnets tell of a grim woman who, although she physically described otherwise, is a beautiful lover. Oh, dear viewers, what is Shakespeare telling us by his sonnets? With the procreating sonnet, Shakespeare is persuading young men to share their beauty with the world by giving up their vain love for themselves by marrying and having children. The procreating sonnets and the young men sonnets are Shakespeare's attempt to tell his readers that the value of true love goes beyond the physical changes that happen with age. Shakespeare uses sonnets 1 to 127 to make it clear to his readers that they will eventually have to come to terms with the fact that they will not live forever. The Dark Lady sonnets set the stages of Shakespeare to tell his readers that although she may not be described as attractive, the Dark Lady truly is attractive because she is a grounded and realistic lover. Dear viewers,
What do the sonnets tell us about Shakespeare? Although it has not been confirmed, the preceding sonnets give readers an insight to Shakespeare's possible religious affiliations, being that he urges his readers to be fruitful and multiply, which is a common belief within the Protestant of Catholic faith. The young man's sonnets give readers to the possible idea of Shakespeare himself had recognized that love is much deeper than the physical sense and believes that others do not make his connection. Sonnet 1 to 127 can also give readers a sense that Shakespeare was accepting of the idea of the death and that he possibly does not fear it. Lastly, the Dark Lady sonnets can give readers a hint that Shakespeare thought highly of himself in comparison to his literary counterparts, of being that sonnets 127 to 154 serve as a mockery towards other lover poetry at his time. It was about Shakespeare's sonnet. Dear viewers, please subscribe our channel to get the latest updates of our channel. Thanks to all. Stay with Irina and English School of Irina. Best of luck.